Ann Messerschmidt, the Environmental Resources Specialist with the City of Lakeville, and we're out here checking out an invasive species today. This is wild parsnip. If you remember, we did a recent segment for our native species and it was called Golden Alexander. They look very similar, but we're going to point out the differences here. This is a much bigger umbel, and as you can see next to me, it's much taller than the other plant. We've got very thick and grooved stems, and if you look at the leaves, it's not in groups of 3, it's kind of all the way down, kind of leafy. The reason I don't want to touch this plant very much and why doing management on it is a little more tricky is it has it's like called a photodermatitis thing where if the sap gets on you, it can cause different reactions to different people when it gets exposed to sunlight. So it's kind of dangerous to manage, but if you wear the proper clothing and gloves, you can actually pull out this plant. You're going to want to do management on it for about 2 years because you'll have a rosette stage, which just looks like little leaves near the ground, and then the second year it'll bolt and do the flowering. You really want to get at this before it goes to seed because the seed is what disperses this plant very readily. So any management you do now when it's flowering before it's seeding is really important. Even if you just, a lot of broadleaf herbicides is what most management would do if it's in a bigger stand like this. If it's just a few plants, you can dig it out. But again, be very careful with what you're doing. And if it's near seed out, make sure you're taking that plant and bagging it up so that that seed doesn't get dispersed. And again, we want to manage invasive species because they take over the native species that are better for our whole ecosystem. So again, this is wild parsnip, not a fun plant to have. It'll also seed all the way, or like flower all the way into like August. So it's starting around mid-June and will go through August, but it's gonna want to seed out before then. So make sure you're getting on that then. So if you have any questions about this plant or any other invasive species or native plants, you can give me a call at 952-985-4528. Thanks for watching.